Well, friends, great to be with you. Hello 8:30, hello 10:30. This is the specific video for your services moving forward, the one we spoke to you about on Wednesday. Just with some more detail about how we're going to move forward. We're really excited, aren't we, James, that more and more we can meet regularly, fortnightly, moving forward from 2 weeks' time, which is great. But James, how's that going to work? How are we actually going to work out who comes in fortnightly? Do we just pull names out of a hat?
No. So the way it will work is that we're going to try and work with community groups. They've been, as you know, at Norwest, the real kind of heart of life together, and been a real blessing to many people during that time to have that stability, that smaller group. And so we're going to try and work on the fortnightly basis on community groups. And so if your group's allocated week A, that means you may come in on into here on the first week of the month and the third week of the month. And if you're on the B cycle, then you'll be on the second and the fourth week.
So you're not getting an email inviting you in?
So you just know this is our week, and then in 2 weeks' time, this is our week, based around your community groups. Now, of course, some people might say, actually, our relationships are slightly different. It doesn't quite work for us to that week. Can we actually be on the B cycle rather than the A cycle? And we'd absolutely do everything we can to work with you and accommodate you, to help you, serve you in that way, so that we can gather in the best way possible. Yeah,
because for some people, their husbands are in one community group, wives are in another one. Yeah. Just reach out. We'll do what we can.
Yeah, we'll do what we can.
Now, James, there's a new shaped kids ministry. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think so. So the way kids ministry will work is essentially on a Sunday there's 2 programs running.
Okay.
There's one here on site, and so if it's your week to come in, you'll sign your kids into program, and they'll go off to program. You'll be in the auditorium. There's another program running which is online. For those of you, it's a week online at home. And previous to this time, we've just had a 3-minute kids spot and a worksheet for the kids. What we're going to be launching for the online group is there will be a 30-minute program.
Up from 3 minutes?
Yes. So
that's amazing.
I don't know what the maths is.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know. Someone brilliant.
Not mine.
So a 30-minute program. So you'll need a second device for that. And the way we hope it will work is for the first 20 minutes, you'll sit as a family for the song, the welcome, prayers. And then as we transition into the Bible reading and then the sermon and Q&A, your kids will grab their device and head off to their program, which will be run by Vish, a 30-minute program that will be kind of continuing a whole plan for the term. So it's not just sort of you get a one-off, but actually whether you're in or online, you're still all following through the same program together.
So if you're at home one week and then you're back in, you're not doing it again. It's a continuity through the same.
So Vish will be what Vish puts in his 30-minute program will be for that week what the crew here on site are doing.
Great.
So the kids get to share in the same material together.
Okay, fantastic. Now, James, is it time to kill Livestream? Is Livestream all over?
No, we're continuing Livestream. Relax. I know that's been a real concern for some people, and fair enough, absolutely, as well, because I know for some of you, you're very nervous of coming back on site and really benefit from the live stream and wanted to continue that. So the way we're going to continue the live stream at both 8:30 and 10:30.
So hang on, right now we're running it at 10 and 6, but you're saying now we're going to be running it at both 8:30 and 10:30.
Yeah. And so the reason for that is because if you're here one week and you're here in the auditorium at 8:30, but then the next week you're at home and we say, I'll just join the 10:30 stream, that I think really messes with your family routines and just the continuity.
Yeah, right.
We do church at 8:30. So what we'd like to do is be able to say whether you're on site or you're at home, 8:30 is your time slot or 10:30 is your time slot, and that's when you do church together as a family, here or online.
Yeah, okay. Now another thing we need to get our head around, which is that we're going to be having a split adult kids morning tea.
Yeah, that word split's not great.
That sounds like adults and kids are going to be having morning tea separately.
That's absolutely right.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening with that?
The reason for that is our Premier has raised concerns about religious groups milling together when they gather, because churches, and especially like Norwest, are great at milling because we love community and want to get to know each other. But that raises some concerns about COVID health and so on, as well as the fact that we're allowed to have 100 in the auditorium and then 100 around the site. So we could have 100 adults in the auditorium, 100 kids on site, but if we all mill together for morning tea, we're now at 200 or so.
And you can't do that.
You can't do that. It's not safe. It's not respectful for what our government's requiring. Okay. And so the way it will work is adults will have church in the auditorium, head out onto the deck for morning tea, and the kids will go from their program to a designated area where they'll have morning tea separately. And then when you're ready, it's time to move home, then you'll just pick up your kids from the designated area that you'll find out.
Obviously, really little kids will still be with their parents. We'll have to work through the detail of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And okay, now we know 12:30 is not happening in the first instance, and we were going to move Mandarin translation to that. So where's Mandarin translation?
Mandarin translation will be at 10:30. And so if you're here in the auditorium, it'll be the live through the headphones that we've used in the past pre-COVID. If you're at home, you'll be getting the translated script that we've been using during COVID. So whether you're here or online, there'll still be a translation.
Great.
So,
well, friends, we hope this answers a bunch of the questions that you've raised for us. So helpful. You know, there's been some gaps in our thinking, but you've really helped us find them. Of course, there's going to be more questions for you. Email us, call us, text us, let us know so we can think about it, pray about it, and address it. We're so excited about starting to gather again in safe, helpful ways. God bless you. Can't wait to start meeting with you in the weeks to come.